Thank you to the replay crew. Thank you to those, excuse me, who circled back to see what was missed when they came later in the live. So I believe I have everything ready. Have things set out, have things rearranged as far as space to have my laptop over here. Hey, Janet. Okay. I was just checking something. So I'm going to go ahead and do the intro. Even though I know you already know, but if someone new comes in, hey, Grace. I'm enlarging this picture of what it is that I am doing. Excuse me. And it should be fairly simple. We have an extreme arch brow. But that's like the only thing kind of in the shapes. I was thinking of using clown white today, or I could just use my natural skin color because we are going to frame the face in black for the helmet. What we're doing today, y'all, is a member request, and I'm saying this for the replay crew because I know y'all know. A member request to do Maleficent, and it's only a few colors. And the request was made by Michelle A. Davidson, and she requested that I do horns above my eyebrows, and I'm sure it's because I don't have the hat horn thing that she has on, so we're going to do that. But I do have this Mayron palette. This one is Paradise Makeup AQ Pro Palette, 30 pans. And so we're going to use the white and the black from in here. Or are we using the black from in here? We're using the black from in here. I don't think I'm going to put white on my face, which means putting on foundation. Or I could just do, because I have not tried this yet, the Clown White. And this is the Clown White Light. They have one that's a stark white. And this one is a thinner white. I'm going to clean the lens, y'all, so excuse me for a second. And I did clean it before I started. Because I'm just curious about this. But do I want to do any white at all? I'll think on that. I don't know. I just woke up from a nap like 15 minutes ago. I did sleep well. I woke up a lot earlier than usual. And because of that, then I got sleepy like hours later. Hey, Justin. Yes, we are back. And we'll be here tomorrow too, I believe. We're going to be busy. For the eye look, she has a pale, her lid is white. And of course, I can do whatever I want to do since we're going to do a high arch brow. But it looks like her lid is white, and up here it looks like it's a lavender, which matches the lavender in her cape or whatever. I don't know. But we're going to use our Natasha Denona Lila palette. And so maybe we'll just take this one for the lid. And maybe, even though it's not a matte, maybe put this one in this area up here. Maybe. But let me get started with foundation just in case we don't do... Hello, Believe in Yourself. I'm doing okay. I feel like I'm in slow motion. I just woke up from a nap, so I'm kind of still trying to wake up. But how are you doing today? Yeah, nap. I tried not to, but the forces were against me. I also have out this Notoriously Morbid powder, so maybe we'll put that on the lid on top of the shadow just to kind of see, or just put this on in the first place. I don't know. I don't know much right now. I'm gonna go ahead and I don't need to. I'm thinking I might put this in my brows again just to block them out a little bit because I do like how that looked before when we did it. Um, and then draw on the high arch. And it is very, very triangular. But I don't want to go too high because she wanted me to do horns above my brows. So I have to figure that part out. I'm glad you're doing good. So I'm going to do the intro for the replay crew. If anybody new does watch from the beginning, hello and welcome. My name is Dion and I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why do I call it that? The crazy is knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain tool, a certain brand, or a certain technique because that's what they're telling you in whatever video that you're watching. Wear whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Can y'all tell I slept on this side? See this red mark? Here we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them when we want to, if we want to, but never feeling like we have to. Hey, Janessa, love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So that's our motto, and that's what we stand for. Hey, Janessa, just popping in as I'm getting ready. Excuse me, there is a new LGBTQ networking group that is meeting tonight. Oh, that's exciting. That is exciting. That's going to be fun, too. Wow. That makes me, that reminds me of the app called Meetup. Way before COVID, I used to go to things from on there. But then COVID came, I stopped, and I haven't gotten back into it yet. One of them was a walking group. And then there was a hiking group. The hiking group, they would go like off trail stuff. I was like, oh my God, they're going to kill me. But it was fun. The walking one, the one who organizes that, he walks so slow. So it would be me and a couple other people. We would just go. Especially if we knew where we were, because sometimes it'd be like trails or parts of Delaware I haven't been in. We'd be like, I'm going to spray my face with, I'm not going to put the white on my face. Two things about me. This is the barrier spray from Mayron, and I was going to use this because I was going to use the paints. I'm kind of, I don't really know now, like what. Because if I do the black, I could still just do that outline. But I could use Made by Mitchell for that. That palette. Let me just start because I'm just very, very indecisive right now. I meant to tell you ahead of time, those who don't know, I have to do that because this is alcohol based and it is strong. So I have to like inhale and then hold my breath. But that does help it dry down quickly, which was good. So 2 things about me. Did I say that already? No. 2 things about me. I curse sometimes because I curse sometimes. And the other thing is there's an organism named Bruce that lives in my throat that likes to randomly hiccup, gurgle, and belch, particularly in live streams. Try to be aware if I'm going to say excuse me, but sometimes I'm really not. And so if I'm not, if I don't say excuse me, forgive me ahead of time. I only put 1 pump on here and I need more. So how are y'all doing this evening, this morning, this day, wherever you are in the world, whatever time zone you are in? I really like this foundation. Yeah, I still keep hearing stuff, and I'm just like, what's... Somebody was saying how, because there was a question, like, how has your makeup changed with the season or something like that. And someone said that they heard that as you get older, you don't need to have foundation all over your face. Just put it where you need it, or just put concealer where you need it. I'm like, who made that up? Like, who said that, and why did y'all believe them? Like, what? And they were saying they just, like, spot conceal their face, which is fine. I haven't ever really been able to do that because the color is always just a little bit off. And even if it looks like it's okay in here, when I go outside, the color is off. And so you can tell that something, like if I just concealed under my eyes, it would be noticeable in certain lighting and in certain environments. And so people that can do that, I mean, hey, if I could, I would too. But to say you heard you're not supposed to, like, what? Who said that? The older you get, the older I get, it seems like the more I make. The more I like to do, the more makeup I like to play with. I posted on my community tab today that Mayron is having a 20% off sale, and it's only for today for St. Patty's Day, and the code is Lucky20. And I did post, as I just said, on my community tab. That, and they have sales quite frequently. So that's going on today. What else? Oh, I don't know if y'all saw on my community tab, I had posted maybe like a week or so ago. I cropped an email message, and I posted it and said, how can we tell that this is spam? And CJ answered. CJ said, because you don't do TikTok. Because they were saying how they like my TikTok content and blah, 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 blah. Hey, story. Are you going to be pleasant? Because if not, you can go. We don't do negativity here. And we don't do silly games here. Hi, Alexandria. Who's Jane? Alexandria, who's Jane? And so CJ said, because you don't do TikTok. And I was like, yep, don't do TikTok. But they love my content. They love my TikTok content. And they wanted to know, if they can send me product or whatever. And I didn't answer back because I know they wasn't watching my content. And I have a new one on there now that I posted. They love my content, yada, 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 yada. And at first, for whatever reason, I thought that email was for someone else, and I'll tell y'all who after I tell y'all what it was saying. And so it was for shapewear or something. And so I posted, how can we tell this is spam or a scam? Or that they don't, or at least that they don't watch my content. And Tanya answered that she would like to, receive free shapewear. And I said, yeah, but how can you tell that they don't watch my content? You're multitasking hard. Okay, Janet, we are a multitasking bunch. And nobody else answered, and she didn't answer back. They were talking about they love my fashion content. They love how I show pieces. They would love to send me 2 or 3 pieces so I can show them in a video and like how I wear them. And so I was asleep when I read it. So I was like, did they send this to me instead of Grace? And so I was like, I don't even do fashion content. I don't show clothing. I don't show. So I was just like, these people be flat out lying. And so I thought that was kind of funny. But I was I was excited to hear like what somebody else well, what somebody, like how somebody knew that they didn't watch my content, but nobody else answered. But I was just like, these people, this is full sleeve. I was like, they really be trying it. So I did answer them back though, because I looked at their website and they do have a few things that look interesting. And so I wrote back asking what their budget was for content creators and if I would be able to pick, you know, 3 pieces that I'm interested in. And I haven't heard back. But the website looked, I mean, it has some really nice stuff on there. But I don't think I'll be getting anything. So yeah, so that was interesting. We're going to take this next one. This is, oh, color. It looks brown. And it is called Smoking Topaz. We're going to put this on our lower lash line. I do need to powder down my face, though. Yeah, but I just find it like, so they're just like standard emails that they just send out to people. And I wonder like how many people fall for stuff like that. Where they just be like, oh, wow, yeah, send me this. But they don't really actually read all of what they wrote because you don't watch my content. I could tell you don't about what you said. And even if you're using a template email, at least, you know, edit it to make it fit for the person you're sending it to. But then that would mean actually watching their content. And they don't. So I guess it makes sense. So my powder down the face. We are going to use the CC Beauty. Kind of made me look ghastly before. But we're going to use this because she looks ghastly. So we're going to tap this on our palette. Yo, it got cold again. Oh my gosh, it got down to like the 30s. Do I want to press this in? Yeah. Let's start using our sponge for powder. A couple of days we hit the 70s during the day and then it dropped down to like 40 at night. I'm gonna need more powder on my palette than this. Trying to get used to using all of the accessories and tools at my disposal. So do y'all sometimes get emails like that? And you're just like, okay, they lying. Because this isn't even what I do. But they're saying they watch it and they really like it. Like, what? How is that possible? I took out, hey Tanya, I was just talking about you. Yeah, girl, I was talking about that most recent post that I had posted about. I'm not making sense. I just woke up not too long ago. How can you tell that they didn't watch my content? The newer one. The first one, CJ answered and got it right. Because the email was talking about my TikTok content. CJ answered, you don't do TikTok content? I said, absolutely not. But this one, because they were talking about, they like how I present fashion and showing pieces. And I'm like, I don't do fashion content. And so I knew that was a lie. And I did ask you back, but yeah, you didn't answer, so yeah. But that's how I knew that one was a lie, that they didn't watch, because I do not. And I was really confused, like, was this for Grace? As if they would know Grace's email address and send it to me by accident, right? I keep saying I'm gonna stop reading messages when I'm in a wake up, but I find that that's a lie because I still do it, and then I'll be confused like that, like, how are they sending this to me instead of to Grace? But I did message back. I was just saying, Tanya, also, yeah, this CC Beauty one makes me look a little ghastly. But I did email them back, and I asked them what their budget was for content creators, and I asked if I would be able to pick, you know, the 3 pieces, because they said they would send 2 or 3. I haven't heard back yet. I kind of don't expect to, but if they do, The pieces look nice. The website, I think I got liner in this eye. But way back when you got Temu, you did a few. How many years ago was that? Oh my gosh. And you know what's funny, Tanya? This is one of the hoodies. This is the Temu hoodie. So I still got the hoodie. I still have their shirts. This is not a new one. This is CC Beauty, and I had used this before. And I remember saying, oh my gosh, that made me look ghastly. Like I'm like a whole different shade of yellow or tan. Well, not tan, but I'm a whole different shade of light skin. So no, this isn't the new one, but we're doing Maleficent, and so she does look pasty. Well, she actually looks like it's white paint. And I was going to use the clown white. Oh, almost knocked over my water from Mayron, but I don't think I am. Because I haven't used it yet, but I could. Are y'all up for me? Are y'all up for me experimenting with that? If not, I will just not use it, or I'll use the water activated from Mayron, which I have sitting over here. So you feel free to say no, because that would be me using that for the first time. What do I want to do right now? I was going to do my eyeshadow. Where did I put? Okay, this is here. Okay. Everything is right here in front of me, and I'm just like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And for Janice, look, I might do that one. I might do this again too. So, a couple of days ago, yeah, it does, right? I'm like all kind of chalky looking, but I do think it'll work with this. It won't if my natural coloring still comes through a little bit, like where I have discoloration in my mustache area. I took out ground beef and ground turkey 2 days ago, because usually the ground turkey thaws in a day, and usually the ground beef thaws out in 2 days. So I'm like, okay, I'll make chili one day, and then when the ground beef thaws, I'll make more sauce. But it didn't work out that way. I don't know why. But they both, the ground turkey didn't thaw out in a day. And even day 2, they were both still froze. They were like halfway thawed. Because it comes in a block. They call them pouches, but it's more like a brick. And the 3rd day, they were both completely thawed. And I'm just like, damn it. So today, I made both chili and sauce. And I thought the chili wasn't spicy. After my nap, and I do taste as I go along. But I'm thinking, okay, this isn't really spicy. And you'll know I like spicy. I mean, it's a tad kick, but it's not like, ooh, okay, yeah. It's not like that. And so I thought, this ain't spicy. Because when you're cooking, it's like the flavors, the sense is in your nose. And even though you taste as you go along, because you're standing over the pot, like it's not the same as, you know, if you wait a couple hours, like after you let it sit, you know what I mean? So I took a spoonful and I'm like, oh yeah. It's spicy. And I realized that before, because I remember the last time I made sauce, I told my neighbor it wasn't, you know, kick you in your throat spicy, so I gave her some. But then as I would thaw it out and eat it, I was like, this is spicy. I'm like, I probably should tell her or warn her. This one I made today it didn't taste spicy, but I didn't taste it again after it sat for a little while. So, oh no. Your next request has to be good. Yeah, we have Maleficent today. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Skinny Queen. Her grandbaby asked for, how do you say the name? Ashka. And that one's going to be fun. And then Janet, she requested Vampira. So that's a black and white look. So that's the one I was saying I might use the clown paint for that. Because you can't see any colors for that. Okay, have a good time, Janessa. And so that'll be it for the request. And then I popped in a 1970s look. which is when they started doing color, which I'm excited about as far as eyeshadow. So we're going to use Lila palette. We are just going to, what did I say we were going to do? Is this a dual chrome? Shouldn't be. This, it says it's satin. We're going to take this shade and we're going to use the Hourglass number 3. We're going to put this all over the lid. And on her lid looks white. And even her eyeshadow is in like a V shape, but we're not going to do all that. We're not going to do that. So we're going to put this on the lid and slightly into the crease. And then for this area up here, we're going to do the purple, but I'm going to carve out the brows first, because the brows are not vowels, but there is a vowel in the word brows. The brows is also a V shape, so we're going to do that and then put the purple inside of the V shape. I kind of wish I had more to do to just kill time for Michelle to get here. And I do know sometimes lives are difficult to attend because she has a full-blown family. So, yeah, but this one, since it wasn't any like face makeup to do, yeah, we did just kind of jump in. So are y'all up for me experimenting with the clown white or no? And it's okay to say no. And I don't even know if that's water activated or not. Like, and of course, there's no instructions on it. But I did see someone use it. And on the website, what I like about the Mayron site is that, have fun with it, do all the things. Thank you, Tanya. Because they do have videos for the products that I look at. They have, usually it's a video showing like how to use it or what to do. And so I know that I've seen it. And I do have a wet sponge here that I always wet and never use. So maybe we'll try that today. But I am going to scoop it out though, so that way it won't have to be mine. This has like holes and marks in it. I don't know what I did to it, but I know I haven't used it. So let's switch up and do the brows and then go back and add a purple. And we're going to put this in the brows. We are going to, I forgot that I was blocking out the brows. We're going to block them out with this, but we're going to just do the V shape first and then see what's left. Because since I don't have anything over it, no hair here. And we know I could do a V brow because we did that and whatever looked at was. Let me see. I know I have another black. Oh, you know what? It's in my travel makeup kit. Hey, Justin. I am, because we're doing a Maleficent look, and in that look, her brows are a triangle. Yeah. So if you look up Maleficent, oh, dude, I don't want to drop anything. All right, let me see. Don't drop anything. So this is the look that Michelle requested. And so the look is triangle brows. She laughed at me before, y'all. She was like, I laughed when you lifted up your whole laptop to show us the picture. I'm like, well, yeah. I bought an emaciated rotisserie chicken from Whole Foods for $8. Why was it emaciated? Did the grocery pickup? Looks like they picked Foghorn Leghorn's adopted son for me. Ooh, yeah, I do remember that. Oh, that doesn't sound that sounds strange. And also she said to do horns above my brows. And her brow does come like all the way down here. And the inside comes in further, but I'm not going to bring that all the way in. I'm going to just stop where my hair is. So that's going to be our brow. Our brow. I'm feeling like I'm putting a mark there, but apparently like I'm not. That looks like it's too high. Okay, let's bring this down. Y'all could tell things have changed, because remember I just used to like just slap stuff on my face. And I got quiet. Like I am really like focusing here. I was telling my neighbor when I was so smart to use the alpha beta pill on my torn skin. I'm like, I don't know what the hell. That was insane. I was just like, girl, that was not smart at all. And I knew my skin was torn because I told you, I said, every time I move these gems, this is MAC Paint Pot and Black Mirror. I said, every time I move these gems, I could feel it scratching my skin. And I had the nerve, after I washed my face, to use the alpha beta pill. I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? My skin was burning. So I very quickly used the neutralizing pad. The first one has the acids in it. The second one neutralizes. But I was like, girl, that was not smart at all. And I wasn't even sleepy. So like, that's not an excuse. So I do stuff and be like, why did I do that? And I knew my skin was torn. Yeah, that was nuts. Pretty basic and make it, yeah. The thing is just getting the lines. But I still really like it. I remember saying before that when y'all give me troll play looks to do, it is something I normally wouldn't do on my own, or I wouldn't think. Yeah, I was on fire. This girl was on fire. Like literally, it was just like, girl, what the hell was you thinking? What? What was I thinking? And I would sing that, but my singing voice is not with me right now. Sometimes I know that I can like just sing something and it'll be good. And other times I'm like, don't even try it. Because even just talking, I'm just like, like when I sang, what was that? I sang one line and then I asked you, Tanya, I'm like, Tanya, who sings that? And you said who sings it. So like that, I'm like, I knew I was going to hit that one. Not right now. Oh, and I'm telling you, that was the song. She belts out that note too. Very effortlessly. So this is the brows. Okay. Brows. I'm going to take this. I've been watching on Glow Up. Like when they block the brows, they always glue them down first. And I'm just like, and I've never tried it. And I thought of trying it, but then I'm like, do I really want to do that though? Excuse me. Because they glue them down and then they put something on it to block it out. And so the glue is just to hold them down. But I feel like since my brows are tame anyway and groomed, that would make a difference. And I haven't, Did I? No, I haven't blocked anyone's brows yet, except I did do when I did the white face paint and the white just covered it. Hey Julie, how are you? We're doing a Maleficent look. It was a member request, and so I'm blocking out the brows, and then we're all gonna put the purple. I'm glad you're doing good. And then we're gonna put that purple eyeshadow inside. From top of that first shade all the way up. Glue removes texture. Oh, okay. Because when I be looking at it, it don't look like it. And maybe it's just my vantage point, and it looks different in person, and we do know things do be looking different in person. But I was just like, that doesn't really look like it's doing it. I'm going to use that same brush. And we're going to take this, where's my paper? This was Juno. This is Amethyst. So we're going to take that. Oh, excuse me for that in my throat. Because to me it still looks texture when I use that. But I was like, do I want to buy more stuff? Okay, do you use Mayron products? If you do, they have in a sale and it's only for today for the holiday. 20% off. I don't have a code or anything, so I just posted the website link. And it's 20% off, and the code is lucky20. So if you do use Mayron, this might be a good sell. I've seen them go as high as 30% before. And I only saw that one once. But they do have frequent sales, though. They have a lot of, like, I got a lot of Mayron stuff. Oh, my gosh. Can we say I almost lost my mind? Not today, but, like, when I started building my kit. And they kept having freaking sales. So I kept buying stuff. And I can't say I like everything that I got. I can honestly say that. I was watching one of their videos, and of course the instructor had on a Mayron shirt. So I'm like, I want a Mayron shirt. They don't sell them on the website. They got towels, hand towels, cups. Of course I got those. I'm going to have to do something because to do a V in here on the inside. Because the whole eye area everything is in like a V, and this is like a circular thing. I don't know if Juno is going to cover that, or I could just use that pencil I just used and put that there. Maybe that's what we'll do. And so this is it's after we do. So where above the brows am I putting horns? This eye is tearing upward. I could feel it in my crease. And her purple does come down here. Because if I do, because there's a V here that comes out, and it's like her whole headpiece. But if I do that, it's not really going to be much space to do the horns. She wanted me to do horns above my eyebrows to symbolize the horns on her headpiece, which is always my disadvantage because me no got much hair, which I love. I am so low maintenance. What do you call this look? One of my channel members requested I do a Maleficent look, the Disney villain Maleficent, and so that's what we're doing, or attempting to do, or think we're doing, or. And I have my laptop open over here. That's kind of cute. All right, let's go back with, I need a different brush. I'm going to take this brush. This one is tearing into my crease. Damn it, I can feel it. I can feel it. And my iced tea is in front of my brushes. The hell? It's wet right here. Do your eyes sometimes tear upwards? Because if it's not a heavy enough tear, it doesn't come down. It just travels upward. More so when more so nothing. It just does. It's so weird. Like, I don't know what I was going to say. And I feel it more so when I have shadow on, because I can just, it just feels weird. I might want to take that pencil. I think we're going to take the pencil and do a V right here. This is just showing up shiny over that purple. Yeah, that's just showing up shiny. Yeah, I had to Google it. Like in my mind, I kind of knew, but then I couldn't picture it though. Like I remember hearing about it. And of course, I don't like watch a lot of Disney. This side, the purple looks like it's down further than this side. But if we're going to take that purple out of there, it'll still work without me adding more purple. Thank you for the hearts. Yeah, this shade is not saying nothing. Thank you for the hearts. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a pretty quick look. All right, so we are done with the palette. And we're going to try, well, we're going to use the clown white. How it comes out. This is cute. But it is very noticeable that this side, the purple, is down a lot further than that side. Hopefully it won't bother me, because if it starts to bother me, then I'm going to want to add more purple. You know what? Yeah, it's bothering me. It's bothering me. Excuse me for that in my throat. Let me clear my throat. Y'all remember that song? We had met the dude. Well, not really. I forget where I was, and me and a friend of mine were in the elevator. So this guy got on, and he was like, "How y'all ladies doing?" We were like, "Oh, we're okay," and we both just like, "We're fine." And so we didn't really pay him any attention. And he said, "Have y'all heard that song, Let Me Clear My Throat?" And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "I sing that song." I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, when neither one of us were impressed, we were like, "Oh, okay." The thing beat and stopped at our floor. We just left him in the elevator. So I was just like, okay. When I tell y'all I'm not easily impressed, I am not easily impressed. Or should I do contemplative state? Yeah, we were just like, okay. This is not going to work. Little work for tracing out. High five to KK Superstar. You know I be sneaking in on your lives on my TV, and I do be seeing your posts. High five for all the new people that you get every time. I'm having to put in some pressure. We're going to take, well, if I take contemplative state, that's a whole different color. You know what? We're going to just keep doing what we're doing. All right, you have to tell me who you are. Maybe you shouldn't know. Right? I was just like, and that's the only line in the song that I remember. And then he does like a cough, let me clear my throat. And then he does this fake cough thing. And honestly, I always thought the song was kind of silly. The beat was good and the music was good. But it was just like there was no substance to the lyrics, and I am a lyric person. So maybe that's why I wasn't impressed. But it was one of them songs that people would, get up and go on the dance floor for. So I was just like, okay. And she was the same way. She was like, okay. And we just went back to looking at the number. Like we didn't give him like no attention or nothing. He was probably like, damn, a rough crowd. In the elevator. Oh man. I had forgot about that till just now. It's like a call and response song. Yeah. Yeah. Julie says, have you heard of Mary Claire Smoky Eye Palette? No, from the Dollar Tree. I could use some help with it. I have not. My skin tends to not usually like drugstore makeup, and so I don't dare try dollar store makeup. And some of it is really cute. But I'm like, nah. I still remember those collabs I did. We did Full Face of Drugstore, picked the brand and did a collab. And y'all, most of that stuff was burning my face. And after that, I was like, I am done. I'm like, I am done with drugstore except for NYX. NYX. And I do have a couple of their lip pencils. But as far as makeup, I was like, nah, dog, I'm out. I'm like, I am out. I'm done. Like, nah. Yes. Your St. Patty's nails are cute. Who are you saying that to, Tanya? Who's now? What are you talking about? I know you ain't talking about my nails. I keep mine nubby, short and stubby. I am low maintenance. Yeah, it'll irritate my skin. My skin will itch. Sometimes it'll break out. Sometimes it'll burn. It's not good. It is not good at all. I'm wondering if I do just want to take contemplative state. But then no. But I am liking this though, even though I just realized that the triangle is not in line with this triangle. I wasn't paying attention to that. And this is over my brows. I kind of do want to just take contemplative state, but then I don't because it is such a different color. But yeah, this is not even in line with this V. This side looks a little better, but no. Nope. So what are y'all snacking on tonight, Tanya? I'm gonna eat some chili after this. I do want to taste the sauce though to see how that's tasting after it sits. I do like this, but is there a chance I could ask for some help with the smoky eye? If you use your colors, mine might be similar. These are the only two colors we're using right now. But yeah, you can always ask questions about makeup, and if and somebody else in here may have an answer for you too. We help each other out here. Yeah, so feel free. You don't believe it all has coconut. No food? I'm liking this color, but it's way different than the lid color. I'm trying to think, do I care? I'm thinking that I don't care because the look is graphic anyway, just the shape of it. Tanya's asking you what the color story is, Julie. I don't think I have. I do have a beginner series playlist, a couple of them, because when it got too big, like the next year I did a different one. So I think I have from like 2000 to 2002 and then 2003 to 4 and then, but I don't remember specifically if I did a smoky eye tutorial or a smoky eye get ready with me. Even though I know I have done them, but I don't know if I did one specifically, like as a teaching video. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this like this, y'all. This gives it a little flare, I think. That's what we're going to go with anyway. Dark blue frost with 2 shades of black and a pastel yellow color. So you're using 2 different blacks, a pastel yellow and a dark blue frost. What I would do, because of my eye shape, because I got all the puffiness and you know my creases under here, under the hood. The way I like halo, no, you said smoky. I'm thinking of a halo eye. Scratch that. A smoky look is really just when like your upper lash line part and maybe your outer corner is smoky and the rest just looks regular. So you could just put the blue frost on your lid and put black on the outer corner and smudge it out and maybe put some on your lower lash line. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking of a halo look. I really don't know why. So this is what we're going with that. We're going to take black mirror. We're going to put that on our upper lash line. I was thinking brown because we have brown underneath. Yeah, let's do the brown. Dip down is a brown to match that with underneath, since I cannot use a black eyeliner or pencils because every black one I've tried has irritated my eyes. And then we're going to play with this paint. But we're going to etch out the black. It's going to look weird. And then we'll do the clown white light and do the lip, and we'll be done. Someone who is phenomenal to watch, Julie, is Hung Van Gogh, love of my life. He does all sorts of looks. And he does have some smoky eye looks that he does. He's a professional makeup artist. He's been doing makeup, oh my gosh, like decades, if I'm not mistaken. And so he does have videos on that. His first name is Hung, Hung, and his last name is Van Gogh, Vanngo. He is so soothing to watch that I always fall asleep. Even if I'm not sleepy, I'll fall asleep. So then I'll wake up and I'll go back to the last part that I saw. I'll fall asleep again. And then I'll wake up again, put it back, last part I saw, fall asleep again. And then I'll be like, you know what? And then like later on that day, I'll just play the whole thing all over. Yellow as the crease. Depending on complexion and how the yellow shows up. Like for me, it would work because a lot of light shades like that don't really show up much on me unless they're powdery. Blue on the lid and black as a crease defining shade. Then the other heavily concentrated in the outer V. Yeah. All depending eye shape. Hey, Wannabe, how are you? I watch Hung Van Gogh here on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel. HUNG space VANNGO. Oh, you're the same shade as me? It depends on how bold that yellow is and how it shows up. And I don't know if undertone has anything to do with it or not too. So we're going to outline her hood. Yeah, yellow is tricky. Oh, you're welcome, Wannabe. He is amazing to watch. Oh my gosh, I love that man. And he ain't thinking about me. He ain't thinking about me. I still love my life. Do we want to still just use the black just to etch out and then go into the paint? Yeah. All right, so we're going to take that same brush, black mirror. Wait a minute, though. Didn't we use a pencil? We used that lip liner, the MAC lip liner, in Caviar. It's a pastel yellow. Yeah, so it may not show up much. But then, I don't know. because that pastel in one of my Spellcast Beauty palettes that shows up. But then like the chrome yellow in the MAC palette doesn't. So I don't know if you can build it up, use a white or yellow base. A white base never works for me, Tanya. All it does is dull down the color I put on top of it. Like seriously. And people swore by it. So I finally tried it and I'm just like, it just dulled down everything I put on top of it. It had the reverse effect that everybody raved about. A yellow base, yeah, that would work. But then how yellow do you want it? You know what I mean? But you were saying yellow for the crease, you said. Yeah, Tanya, you said yellow. Oh, on the lid or blended it. Oh, okay. I misread. Okay, let me just let y'all do what y'all do. I forgot too until I had got that email from Mayron. That they were having the St. Patty's Day sale. These holidays don't hit. No, they don't. They really don't. And for me, it's so much going on in the world. It's just like I don't be thinking about holidays, and I don't celebrate either. So that's another part of it. But right now, with so much going on in the world, I'm just trying to get through each day. We'll try yellow bases, Julie. So when this comes, we're just gonna go. Yeah, just bring it down here. So all of this inside is going to be black. So we're going to use the water for that, the water-based paint for that. This side is further in than the other side. But then it cuts sharp, like, I guess we could do it to here. This is going to be weird. I'm weird. Because this is sharp. All the edges on here are sharp. But if I do that, and it does cut right through here, through her contour, but that's her hat or whatever it is that she has on. But we could still do that. We still want to do that. Was that in the same place? Probably not. I don't have any colorful shadow bases. Black and brown. And this technically is a shadow base that I put on top of my eye primer. And this is a shadow base, but I use that as, what did I use that for? Oh, I used that for my brows. This side is up higher for sure. So do I want to bring the other side up higher? So this is the same. So this is where it's coming. It is not though. What the hell? I think it was like right here. Yeah, that's where it was. Okay. So everything that's out here is going to be black. Hey, Janet. Rendezvous. Oh, you made it to the hotel. Uh-oh. Don't ask, don't tell. It amazes me how much stuff you do and that you were like in motion. Or like one time you were like, oh, I'm at a restaurant, and you were like still in the chat, and I'm just like, what are the people doing? Then I was like, maybe she don't want to talk to them. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, she's at dinner, and she's still in the chat. Trying to find somewhere to put this monstrosity of a palette. So y'all have seen this before. Oh, you know, we're doing the clown white, but let's do the black first. Excuse me for that. So this is what this looks like. And I have hit pan on this white down here that you can't tell because, yeah, I hit pan on that one already. So I am glad that they did have 3 whites in here and 3 blacks because those do get used the most. So, do I want to use this brush? Ow! I just hit my mirror. And I'm saying ow like I heard the mirror. I do have 2 of these. These are foundation brushes. I don't like these for foundation. I thought that I would, even though I know I really don't like paddle brushes for foundation. But the only option is to just swipe, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. So we're going to use water to activate the paint. So we're going to wet the brush. Too much water on my brush. We're going to put that in the paint. This is too much water. So we're dipping into another black paint to get some of the water off of the brush. Let's see what this is looking like. Oh girl, don't go over the line. The line is there for a reason. Is that Earth, Wind and Fire, Tanya? That song Reasons? Philip Bailey. Oh my gosh, that dude, he could sing high. Philip Bailey. I need a smaller brush. Yeah, Earth, Wind and Fire. Man, his voice. He was hitting all kinds of notes. Yeah, he was a male soprano for sure. For sure. Daryl Coley is too. But he doesn't stay there where Philip Bailey would stay there. I remember Daryl Coley was saying his mom used to sing all the time, like just around the house, just be singing. He said he would try and match her notes. And so that's how he got his voice. Girl, just use a smaller brush. I'm going to go back over it later. If I keep going over it now, it's just going to shear it out and look patchy. That was the learning curve to the water-activated paints. And the reason I opted for this is because it does dry down on its own. I saw them in concert here in Kansas years ago in the 1990s. Yeah, I love that group. They have songs here on, of course, they're the older songs here on YouTube. One of my cousins put out a lot. He's in North Carolina. Grew up in Camden, New Jersey, and then he moved down there. He's nocturnal too, and he listens to music a lot. And so he'll be sending me, like he'll send me video links from YouTube, like different songs. And it'd be them old jams. I'd be like, oh my gosh, thank you, cousin. Them old jams, Earth, Wind and Fire jams, like the old school R&B music from back in the day. Every now and then it's something new, but it's a remake of something old. Why look like a hair bow? Yeah, he listens to music a lot. He'd be sending me the links. I'd be like, thank you. Be them old jams that I forgot about. I'd be like, wow. And when I was younger, I used to hate, and I know I don't use that word often, but that's how strongly I felt about it. My mom used to always play what now we call the oldies, and I hated it. Because also old school hip hop. So I'm like, give me that. You know what I'm saying? But then when I got older, like in my 40s and now 50s, like I love old school R&B. And I think part of it, well, one, because music was really good back then, but also music made sense. back then. You can actually understand what they were saying. And it was a message. These days, they just be just saying thank you for the hearts. They just be saying all kinds of whacked out shit. Even old school hip hop. It made sense. It was a message to it. And it made sense. Now, I very seldom listen to the radio. I have a USB with all types of different music on it, including old school hip hop. And so that's what I listen to when I'm in my vehicle. Because I just cannot these days. I know these shapes. And I'm thinking to go further back in my corners because, well, if I let that looks better with the hat on. I mean, at least that took up some of the space. You don't see my head. Let me put this back on. Maybe I'll just leave it because this is looking very bare. But now I really do appreciate the oldies because it was definitely a vibe. But being young though, I hated it. I'm like, I want to listen to Public Enemy, KRS-One, Eric B. and Rakim. I want to listen to Luther Vandross, Teddy Pendergrass. What was his name? What was Teddy's last name, Tanya? I know that you know. Was it Pendergrass? I know it was Teddy. Marvin Gaye. Oh man, his story was sad. But now when I hear old school R&B, I love it. That I don't have on my USB. Absolutely love 1990s hip hop, says Julie. I saw Salt and Pepper concerts twice in the night. Yep. Oh man. Yeah, them days. Those was the good days, man. This hip hop these days. Like y'all done lost the plot. Y'all lost the plot. Like I cannot rock with that at all. Unless I'm introduced to it in a roundabout kind of way. Like I would hear songs on the radio when I would listen to radio, driving somewhere, and not know who it was. And Super Bowl last year, I'm like, oh, that was Kendrick Lamar. I can rock with him because he makes sense. But these other jokers out here. Now this side is further in because I came over the line. Hopefully, right about here. Who sang that song, Shout, Tanya? Somebody just commented, shout, 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 let it all out. These are the things we could do without. Come on. Who sang that song? Thank you for the flashback, Julie. And they sing a song too. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Tears for Fears, yup. Tanya know all the songs. She know all the singers. She knows all the actors and actresses. Yep. I forgot about that song. I really like that song, Everybody Wants to Rule the World too. I don't know what it was about that song, but I was really feeling it. Twist and Shout song. Oh, I don't think I remember that one. So then after it dries, then I can go back and deepen it. I have to wait till it dries because otherwise it'll just get patchy. Yeah, that was a learning curve for me with this, with the water activated paints. Yeah, we're going way back. Yeah, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I grew up on that music. Oh man, I just messed up my line. I messed up 2 lines. Girl, take a smaller brush. Damn it. I didn't. Okay. All right. years ago. Damn it. What is that show? It's not Art of Dialogue. Shoot, I forget the dude's name, but he interviews like old school hip hop people. And he did an interview with Ed Lover. And if y'all remember him, like he was on board from the beginning, George Michael's. He was there on board in the beginning for a lot of the artists that we have come to know and love. And so hearing that interview with him and him, remembering like the different stories and the interviews that he did and talking about that, I was like, I was in my glory. I was like, oh my gosh. But he is a wealth of information. If I could find it, which I can, what was that show called? Damn. And they would do the episodes in a barbershop. Because old school, that was barbershop. You just sit and you just talk and chill all day. But it was just so refreshing, like hearing him talk about, the different interviews he did, who did what and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, only he could do that because he was around at the beginning when MTV Raps and all that came out. And I remember I had sent it to Lynette because her and I were chatting, and this was years ago. We were chatting about old school hip hop, and I'm like, you got to watch this interview. I was like, this is just amazing. And it was long. I think it was like I think it might have been almost 2 hours, but it was just amazing. Oh my gosh, like all the memories. Oh man, that was a nice one. The good thing about Yo MTV Raps, one of the things I do like about the water activated is that it's easy to get off. Very easy to get off. I'm gonna have little ghost ears. There's another, and I'm sure there's plenty and I missed it. There's another skit with that lady talk about her husband's little daddy shoes. And these ones are plaid. I think they was plaid. I think Janessa sent it to me. She was like, what did you do today? And he was like, I went to the gym. And she said, you went to the gym? And then what? And then he was saying something, he had a good parking spot and then something. And then I didn't hear what he said as to why he left Solid Gold, Sold Gold. And she... So then she started singing, you went to the gym in your little daddy plaid shoes. And he was like, yo, I just knocked my water dish. Thankfully, I keep a cloth here and my laptop is over there. And she was like, you went to the gym in your little daddy plaid shoes. And you didn't go inside because you were embarrassed that you had on your little daddy plaid shoes. Oh my gosh, I was cracking up. I'm liking this. I'm liking it. Looking hella patchy over here. I'm gonna fix that. Little daddy shoes. Oh my gosh, that was so funny to me. Well, he was like, I don't wear little daddy shoes. And then she would just sing louder. Little daddy shoes. That looks nice. So this is easy, but just getting it to where it doesn't look patchy. And waiting for it to dry in between is what takes up the time. There's like a hole right here. Oh shoot, I came over the line. I can see it here, but I don't see it when I look where you are. Gas price check. How much is gas? I haven't been out, I don't know. And when I did go out, I wasn't looking at gas prices. So I don't know. But I do know more soldiers are dying. United States soldiers are dying. I do know more civilians, including children, in Iran are dying. Let me correct myself. Are being killed. So that I do know. And when he started talking about he wanted to put boots on the ground, I'm like, so you just really playing with people's lives right now? Because you know this whole war is bullshit. Somebody had nuclear weapon stuff. Reese Waters had put a post on how he had put a post that Obama had made a deal with them, with Iran, that they were going to stop all of their nuclear weapons testing. And they did. And then 45-47 gets back in, and he just disregards that deal. And that's what that lie was about last year when he bombed, saying, you know, he obliterated their nuclear weapons, you know, whatever. And so, okay, if you did that, then why are you there now? He's saying they were a threat and a danger. Well, you said you obliterated that last year. And he loves using that word, obliterated. I think it's a big word. And so it's like, you said you obliterated their nuclear weapons stuff last year. So pray tell, how are they a threat with nuclear weapons? And keep in mind, they had stopped under Obama because they made a deal. You come in and disregard it because you want to flex. So I was annoyed because he's literally just playing with people's lives. Talking about naval ships or whoever might escort the oil tankers, whatever. So you really just sending people to die. Thankfully, one of the military leaders was like, we're not going to do that because I forget what he called it. Dead man straight. Something he called it where, like, if you go, you definitely going to die. Because they are or were, you know, bombing ships that was trying to go through there. Commercial ships. If it was just like regular boats and stuff, you know, they were letting them through. But if it was, you know, the commercial ships, they were bombing those. And so to say you're going to have, you know, U.S. troops escort. What the fuck are you talking about? He wants to play a war but take no accountability for the human, because he don't care. He just flat don't fucking care. And then I'd be like, and America voted for this bullshit. I'm gonna close this up, actually. So this is our crown. I'm gonna put on this mascara. I was gonna say that I put liner on upper lash line. Yeah, I did. Am I gonna use this again? No, but I don't want to close it up because I want to let it air out. Because I went back and forth between these two. Like if I had too much water on the brush, I would then put the brush in this one. But I was more or less working out of this one. But I need to leave it open. Where am I gonna put you though? Damn it. I'm gonna just leave it on top of my laptop. Don't push no buttons. So he is literally just playing with people's lives. So thankfully, that military officer was like, we're not going to do it. That's a suicide mission. So you obliterated stuff last year that wasn't happening, and now this war is supposed to be because they were a threat. Well, if they didn't have nuclear weapon stuff, and even if they did, you obliterated it last year, how are they a threat with it now? It just don't make any sense. And he's so just, I don't even know what the word is for that man. But I do really believe that he believes what he says. I do believe that. I do believe he believes what he says. He said he likes the uneducated. That's because he's uneducated. Idiotic. That's too nice. That is too nice of a word. But there's definitely something wrong with him. Like even saying like how this one news reporter always says, you know, he did something stupid. Like it, And yeah, it is stupid to those of us who know better, but he really don't. So it's just like, what is it? Like, he needs to be evaluated. He needs to have an intensive psychological evaluation because it is really something wrong with how he thinks. And it pisses me the fuck off that people still support him and enable him, which makes them know better than he is. And they know better, though. They know better. Hey, Haywood, you walked in on, somebody said something about gas prices, and I went off on this nonsensical war. But now that you're here, I can calm down. He drinks his own Kool-Aid, yeah. But he needs an intensive psychological evaluation because it is really something wrong. It is really something wrong with how he processes. And that's what makes me more upset with his enablers. I have two neighbors. You can curse it, Sonia. I have two. The one underneath me is special needs, and the one on the first floor underneath him is special needs. And in the next building over, there's 3 special needs guys, and the counselors live there in an apartment with them. And it's some type of group home environment. And I like that they let them be as independent as they can be. The one on the first floor, like, he walks to the bus, takes the bus to work. The one underneath me, transportation comes and picks him up for work. But I like how they let them be as independent. And he does go, to the other building and check in with them. And, if they go to the library or, the grocery shopping, he'll walk over there and ride with them, that type of thing. So they do keep close tabs on him. And I'm just saying all of that to say, like, if somebody really does not know and they really do not understand, how upset can I be at that person? You know what I'm saying? And that's when I start feeling more pissed off with his enablers because they know he ain't right in the head. And neither are all who vote. If any of y'all voted for him, no judgment. But if any of y'all were to be like, oh, I voted for him, I would really be like, I would really start guessing your trollship in this nation. Because it is really something wrong with that guy. I gotta deal with this paint. I don't know, not the paint, the clown white paint. Julie Trump. I just don't want him to think that he can't revoke the civil rights. And he thinks that an executive order is law. That can be overwritten by the next person that comes into office. Like, that is not like that's not a law. So he too dumb to know that. I'm looking at the picture and this is further down, but I'm gonna leave that like that. Where am I going to put these damn horns? Because she said above my brows. Blood. Maybe she didn't think I was going to do the headpiece, and this side is further over than that side. Maybe she didn't think I was going to do the headpiece. Where's that brush? Which brush did I use? This one. I need a smaller brush. This might work. I don't want to put more water in it though. And this one is up a little bit higher, but we're going to almost leave it. The smaller brush would be better. The Democrats won't let me revoke anything. And I don't say too much about party because it's all the government. You know what I mean? It's all the government. Regardless of what side of the room they sit on. And we do know that sometimes they do cross over their vote. And so I don't really get into, the Democrats, the Republicans, because they vote how they want to vote at the end of the day, beginning of the day, whenever they have their vote. Yes, I don't really pay that too much attention. And yeah, we know there's, particular leanings, but it's not like all or nothing. You know what I mean? We're going to get into this white paint. Y'all know what, though? I'm liking this like it is. I really am. Party of crooks, no matter which. Yeah. I want to do the white, but I don't want to do the white because I'm liking this how it looks. Oh, damn. Do we want to do this? What do y'all think? And my skin pretty much look even unless you like zoom in on my mustache area like right now. I want to, but then... Where's that palette at? Oh, it's in the kitchen. No white is the Dion twist. True. And we did a slight twist with that color there. I want to try it, but then white might be teamed too much. Because I'm looking at the picture and she looked like Casper. she looks like Casper. Excuse me. Control twist, rather. I'm reading the comments. I'm really liking it how it is. And I think it's because my skin is looking even. That's what I'm thinking. We're going to leave it. So I'm closing this up. We'll do that another day. Because y'all know when I try stuff, I try it with y'all. Maybe that'll be a members thing, like how we did the gems and lashes. Maybe we'll play with that. Would y'all like that for members only live sometime in the future, like a few weeks from now? Because I have not used this at all yet. A lip. I have this one out. Thank you for saying that because I had forgot. We're going to use, that's not that same color, is it? No. We're going to use Cold Brew NYX lip liner, which is not this color, but I could take, we'll take this one. We'll take this one. This is the lip, no, we'll take the other one. This is a lip glazer. That's more brown. Let's just do what we were going to do because none of them are like the same. None of them is going to match this. The skin. Yeah, right? I'm looking at my skin like, girl. So would y'all like that for a members only where we just play around with this and see what this does? And the best way to use it, like, am I going to need a brush? Am I going to use a sponge? And so if y'all say yes, we'll just do that for that. Because I do really enjoy trying new things with y'all. I really do. Lipstick applicator. And that's what I was thinking too. The white might not. Or I would have to keep going over it. Like I had to keep going back with the black. And I'm looking at the time, y'all. We've been there an hour and a half. And this is it. Like, girl, it's like 3 colors. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll say 5 because this is a paint pot and this is water activated. But 90 minutes to do this. Because you got to do that back and forth. We're going to put on from NYX. This is Suede matte lip liner in Cold Brew. I'm looking at my skin like, damn, you look good. Even my under eye area. Go, girl. Before, when I used the NY12 in this area right here, it did cover. And I'm still using the same NY11 under here. But then I think because I'm 0 tan, because I very rarely go out during daylight hours, that is just looking, my skin is looking darker. Because there is no hair there. So it's like, why does that look dark? She does not have a Cupid's bow at all. Actually, she's smiling. She doesn't even look like she have a top lip. I see like a thin line of pink. Like, where is her lip? Every time I see Ray Liotta, I'm like, he has no top lip. Julianne Moore, no top lip. I'm just like, how do you kiss people? Like, do they feel your teeth when they kiss you? Y'all, I am tripping. Oh, Sons of Ray just went live. I just got a notification. I'm gonna go check her out. Hey, Alexandra, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, Carter. Whole show. The kids headed there from school because we had rain and snow Monday night. Remember that storm the other night? I did watch that live back. It took me like 3 times. I kept falling asleep. Hello, Robert. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like they really could hear it. That was loud. This is Always Red 01 from Sephora. That was super loud. Oh my gosh. And I was sitting here like, and yes, we're going over the lip line. So like, why are you on your lip? Just using product. I'm taking this. This is a red. It's called Always Red. And the description is matte classic red. This is a red. I haven't used it in a while. Yeah, now I like darker colors. I still have their one that's like a burgundy red or something. I do like that one. So these are my last 2 Sephora ones that I kept. These felt drier to me a lot sooner, a lot quicker than the previous formula. Cause I remember one of them I looked at and I'm like, damn, I just opened these. Oh, okay, never mind. Open this one November 1st, 2024. But one of them I had just opened like last summer and it was already feeling really dry. And so I went through them and just got these 2 left. I wish MAC had like a red like this. Yo, I look good. Like, damn. Y'all ever do that where I didn't even put this on? And I don't think we are. Y'all ever do y'all face and then when y'all stand back and look, y'all be like, girl, you are fine. I be catching myself by surprise. I be like, who that? I be like, oh, that's me. Hey, Pam. I'm doing okay. My favorite 2 reds are Revlon Fire Ice and Wild Saffron. Those sound pretty. So this is it. So members, do y'all want a members only with the clown white light? And then think of something else to throw in there with that. I do have some other stuff I can throw in there. But hey, Australia, how are you? So this is it, y'all. This is our Maleficent look. I am digging it. No, it's not symmetrical. Is it ever really? No. But this is what we have. With this black background, it is just, like if I hide my ears, I just blend into the background. No little ghost ears, Jen, unless I turn my head. I'm really digging this. So this is where we are. We'll be back tomorrow night to do Ashka. Is that her name? Ashka, I believe. That's going to be fun because it looks like scars, but it's not. It's like lightning bolt lines, and I think it's like 4 on each side, and it's bold color like black and then the purple and something else. But hey, Pam, you do that all the time. That's because you're a superstar. You superstar. I'm trying to get my award. You keep winning though. I got lipstick eye tea. If y'all like transformation videos, Kay is the one to see. You like troll play stuff like this, stay right here. And if you like theatrical makeup, that would be Janessa. Um, but yeah, I'm really digging this, and I think the brows came out nice. I could see them because I know where they are, but I think you did good. So thank you, Julie. So yeah, the Sephora stuff, when they have 20% off sales, the Sephora stuff is usually always 30% off during that sale. And that brings us down to maybe like $11 or something like that. And so I don't know if I really recommend them because, as I said, for me, like at 6 or 7 months, they start to feel drier. Where the previous formula, I would have them for like a year and a half and they were fine. But they do have a wide variety of colors. But since you have reds that you like, I would say just stick with those. But if anybody else is looking for a red. So this is it for tonight, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me. And yeah, we did good. And we didn't do team too much. I'm still practicing restraint, Janet. I think I almost have it on lock. So we're going to go, y'all. You will see me tomorrow night. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. Tomorrow we're doing Skinny Queen's requests. And then Thursday... Wait, what's today? Today Monday or Tuesday? Thank you, Julie. Today's Tuesday? Yeah, we'll be back Thursday. I don't know. I don't know. And my notebook isn't right here with me. I don't know. But whatever it is scheduled. Next week, I do know we are doing lives Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because Thursday I leave for Academy. So we're not going to be able to do one Thursday. So maybe it's not one tomorrow. I don't know. It's scheduled, whatever it is. So if not, you'll see me either tomorrow or the next day. I do think there is a video going up tomorrow if we're not doing a live stream so that y'all can still see me every day during the week. And so, as always, thank you, Replay Crew. Thank you, those who circled back. Have a good evening. It's Wednesday right now in Western Australia. Oh my gosh. It is always amazing to me how we can be in the same place at the same time, but we're in different places at different times, but we're all still just right here. We have someone, Eden. She's in New Zealand, and she's in our future too. Well, East Coast and United States future. So she's like the next day in the afternoon too. I appreciate that, Pam. Thank you. And thank you, Australia. I forget your name. I appreciate you being here as well because it does warm my heart that Crazy Troll Nation is worldwide. I'll be telling y'all that. So we're going to go seriously, y'all. Thank you so much. You're in Kansas. I almost went all that wind we had the other day. I'm like, am I going to be in Kansas? Okay, so as always, y'all, self-acceptance, self-love, yes, global community, and I love it, and I appreciate y'all for being here. So as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you all will see me. Thank you, Grace. Y'all will see me soon.